If you hear me clear my throat at all, sorry, I'm still recovering a little bit from being sick. So all these clips are in Corvian Settlement. They're a little old, like from 2 weeks ago probably. I think I've gotten a little bit better since then. I also have a new still level 90 build that I've been using. It's a little bit different playstyle. Not that much, it's just an ultra great sword. So the Chaos Bed veggies come out immediately. Of course. These dirty pyromancers. I don't know why this summon didn't heal. I don't know if he was out of Estus or what. He's being very passive. And of course he has magic too. And they're just content with taking the cowards away. So I cut them down. Unnecessary R1 on my part. I'm getting a little bit better about that. Not just swinging as wildly. So I punished that host a little bit, but again, swing too much. That's really what I wanted to use the Javelin for on this build, is finishing off low health hosts and, you know, being able to have a distance option against Pyromancers. So this first Phantom that I'm actually aiming for, I kind of flub up the execution, but I get the other Phantom anyways, so it worked out okay for me, I guess. And, you know, they act really aggressive when they come in here, but it's not an exchange that they can win. I don't know if those Phantoms just had really low vigor or what. So the host takes off. Initially, I think he's going back to the bonfire, but he's actually just going up to this roof, I guess, so we can have a fair fight up here. As fair as it can get in an invasion, I guess. This host is pretty good, considering. The R1s on the Javelin are basically useless. I don't know why I was trying to do that. The rolling R1 isn't too bad. I actually land one of those in this clip. Host barely gets out of there. And he knows what he's doing a little bit at least, because that's the only move he tried to parry with me, was that rolling R1, which I'm assuming he knows he can parry that, but not my regular two-handed R1s. I don't know how much Estus he has at this point. You know, they might have been fighting through these levels for a while. So he might be low, he might not. The only bad thing about two-handing is the radius of attack isn't that wide horizontally. So when he rolls at a sharp angle like that from to the side, I miss a lot of the times. That's why sometimes especially if there's multiple people I'm fighting, I'll unlock so that I can basically rotate the angle. But yeah, if anything, he got a little bit too aggressive there. He couldn't win those exchanges. So I saw that little health blip over there. So I know they're over there. I'm just waiting for them to come through so that I can try to ambush them. Drop off the ledge here. I got the Silver Cat ring and the Obscuring ring on. And here they come. And unfortunately, I screwed up the execution. And then I try to roll the wrong way. That could have ended badly. Luckily, I was able to get out of there. I want to get the bird into this fight, but I know that you know, the status effect can hurt me as well. Yeah, not even just the status effect, but you know, his swings for some reason can hurt invaders as well. See, I've gotten a little bit better since my last video about actually capitalizing on those riposte opportunities from the guard break. I spammed the javelin a little bit in this fight. Probably shouldn't have done it as much as I do. It just happens to pay off this time because the host isn't paying attention and he's very low on health. So that javelin got him pretty low, and then the bird finished it off. Again with those useless R1s with us. So since the last reflection video, I've kind of worked in a great bow into this build, just so I can have a long distance option that you know, deals some serious damage. And with the obscuring ring on, they don't know where I'm at, so I'm trying to bait them out of the bonfire room. And here comes the blue police. So I kind of reassess the situation here, see where the blue's coming in at. And I guess now they feel a little bit more comfortable now that they have some more backups, so they're progressing through the level. I see the blue running down there, so I know it's going to take him a little while. I probably shouldn't have hesitated as much as I did here. I guess I was seeing where the blue was coming from. I should have done this earlier, just went straight up top. Since they can't see me, and I have the silver cat ring on. Watch this plunge attack that I try to do. I don't know if the blue spirit just happened to roll out of the way just in time, or if he actually knew that I was doing this plunge attack. Either way, it was convenient for him. And since I flubbed up that plunge attack, I get out of there. Luckily, the other invaders over here. Sometimes I do that R1 waggle just to tease them, because I know people usually, that'll get them riled up, get them to engage. I wanted to split the party up so that, you know, either one or two stay up top, or one or two drop down, since we had another invader. And two drop down to me. They're chucking fire bombs at me, shooting crossbows. It's not looking too great. And he runs right into that turn and burn, and I'm able to get rid of him. That's the first sign of latency with the host. Seemed like the host was the only one that was lagging during this. I don't know what was going on with that fireball. It's odd. See, again, he dodges right through this doorway. I don't know if he knew that I was there, like if he was looking with the camera, or if, you know, he just did it as a precautionary measure. And that's exactly what I was trying to do, was bait them into chasing me and then do a turn and burn on them. Looked like the latency kind of worked out in my favor that time. I don't know how that fireball didn't affect me at all. Seems like summons and blues, they get too aggressive sometimes because they have the numbers advantage. They make bad mistakes like that. I could handle all those the phantoms, but I couldn't beat the Wi-Fi and the host ice skates away. So this was a solo host, and he was hanging out at the bonfire. I was hiding a little bit there just to make sure that there wasn't a bunch of other people with him. And in cases like this where the host is, I just happened to invade him early on in the level, and it's a solo host, I don't mind doing these duels like this. Lets me practice anyways. Practice with my loadout and my just basic mechanical skills. Early on in this fight, he whiffed a lot of R1s, but now he's finding his range a little bit, and he's clipping me. But I'm getting him too. And I'm gonna finish him off with a javelin here. Thanks for watching, guys.